All right, so let's go ahead and get into my summer tech EDC. Now, this is going to be very minimal. I don't have a lot of stuff. All right, I'm not going to do an EDC video and put a bunch of things that I'm not going to use. These are items that are with me every time I leave about the house, whether I'm going to work or I'm just going out for the weekend doing whatever with my family. All right, so everything that I talk about, you already know, will be linked down below. But let's go ahead and kick it off with, of course, the main thing. All right, the main lifeline when it comes to all of this, and of course, it's going to be my iPhone 16 Pro Max. All right. Now, look, yeah, I'm an iPhone person. I love me a good iPhone, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I'm getting a little bit bored of iPhone. All right. I kind of dibble and dabble in certain Android devices. I love the S25 Ultra and everything it has to offer. That Z Fold 7 is on the horizon, and I got my eyes on it, and I think I might pull the trigger with all the updates that they said they have. But iPhone 16 Pro Max as right now is what's going to be in my pocket. This is going to be the white titanium with 512 gigabytes of storage. I mean, it's been solid. I don't have a lot of bad things to say about the iPhone, but I'm just one of those people who just get a little bit bored. All right. I know I got MacBooks and iPads and all these different things, Apple Watches, AirPods, and y'all will see a little bit of that later on in the video. But guess what? Your boy's getting a little bit boring when it comes to iPhone. I need me a little bit more excitement in my life. All right. Not in that category. I got good excitement there. But when it comes to my tech, I do feel like I need a little bit more, man. But as of right now, it's iPhone 16 Pro Max is in my pocket. Now, what is protecting the iPhone? You know, I love me a good case. If you haven't been stopped by this channel for the first time, man, I mainly do accessories. But the case that I've really been stuck on lately has been the Kadabe sheath. Now, no, this is not a sponsored video, but I love that they have now upgraded their Kadabe sheath and also their Paragon line with the camera control button, as you can see right there. And in my opinion, that just overall completes the sheath when we are talking about what it has to offer. But outside of that, you know the sheath is going to give you a nice little type of rough, not rough, but textured feeling when it comes to a case. And I love that because guess what? It's not a material that's going to show smudges. It's not a material that's going to show scratches or dirt or anything like that. It's going to give you this nice texture material that's going to wear very well over time. Very tight fit when it comes to this case. Absolutely tight fit when it comes to that camera control button. It is very nice. I mean, it works just fine. If you're someone who out there who uses the camera control button, then when you get it on the sheath, it's actually going to work perfectly fine. It feels good in the hands, very protective. I've dropped this case multiple times, not this actual setup right here when it comes to the 16 Pro Max sheath, but over the years, I have dropped this case and it has done just fine. And I mean, what can I say? MagSafe, of course, it is going to work with MagSafe charging. Bringing my MagSafe charger over there, dropping it on a MagSafe charger, it's going to work just fine. Tight fit, overall great magnets, nice standalone buttons that you can customize and swap to your liking if you go out there and buy that Kadabe button kit. So my mobile, all right, when it comes to this, it's going to be the iPhone 16 Pro Max wrapped up in that Kadabe sheath. Now, moving right along. Now, this is something that I always end up forgetting when I do my EDC videos because it's not over here laid to the side, but we got to go ahead and talk about the Apple Watch. Now, you already know I am rocking the Apple Watch Ultra 2. Let me go ahead and pop that passcode in there real quick. But Apple Watch Ultra 2. Now, what I love about this is, you guys know, you've probably seen the Apple Watch Ultra 2 in a few EDC videos, but the band, I'm always swapping my bands out. You know, I love a good band. I actually have a whole I gotta go over there and get it, but I have a whole box of bands that I can choose from. Just tons of bands, just a lot of damn bands that I can choose from. But the main one that is usually on my watch day in and day out has become the Apple Titanium band, directly from Apple themselves. Now, you guys know I love me a good Nomad Titanium band. I feel like that's one of the best bands out there for your Apple Watch Ultra, man. But when it comes to this Titanium, the reason why I like this one compared to the Nomad is this feels a little bit more light. All right, you don't get that much heavy, and woo, look at that tan line, good gracious. But you're not getting that added weight that the Nomad Titanium band gives you. This Apple one feels very good. Now, yes, it does have a little bit of wear and tear. All right, you can see that this is my everyday band because I have daily scratches up here. I do just about everything up here. If I'm doing something like going swimming, like yesterday I took my son to a pool party, then I just popped on one of the Nomad silicone bands, the sport bands, because I like to do that when it comes to water. But every day going to work, going out on the weekends, different things like that, it's going to be the Apple Titanium with the loop system that you basically pull right there, and you just pop this clasp on, boom, and you are good to go. So that's going to be it, man. Apple Watch Ultra 2 with that Apple titanium band. I just love this combo because it's just nice, classy, and it just dresses up the Apple Watch Ultra up a little bit. And you also get that titanium, which you know is going to last a good while. So Apple Watch Ultra 2, Apple titanium band, you know, this is only purchased through the Apple Store. Don't go out there and get those fakes on Amazon. I know a lot of you like to go the budget route. In order to get a good titanium band, guess what? You gotta go ahead and pull out those ducats when we talking about it. Now, keeping the tech rolling, we gotta go ahead and a product that is my most used Apple product, really my most used piece of tech, period. Look, if I leave the house without these, I'm turning around, especially if I'm going to work. I got to go ahead and bust a U-turn and go back and get these bad boys. We talking about my AirPod 2s. I absolutely love these things. I mean, there's not much to say about a good pair of AirPods. I have to have these when I'm at my work desk. I work in the office setting, so guess what? AirPod is in my ear 95% of the time. If I'm not on a work call on Teams, you can better believe that the AirPod Pro 2s are going to be in my pocket. Now, at the time of this video, it should be Prime Day. These bad boys are on sale for like 150, 160. So if you're looking for a pair, this is actually the perfect time to go out there and buy one. I didn't time this video to Prime Day. I just happened to see it on Amazon. And I know some coworkers were looking for AirPod Pros. So I said, yo, this is your best time to go buy some right now for Prime Day because you're getting a very nice deal. So of course, AirPod Pro 2s, I was gonna say AirPod Ultra 2s, AirPod Pro 2s. Now, what's wrapped in it is going to be the Arc Pulse case. Now, this is a case, I'm gonna be real with y'all. So if you don't know who Arc Pulse is, they're specialized in very minimal style cases. And when I first got it for the AirPods, I'm like, I'm not really the biggest fan about it. It really just didn't grab me as it come to an AirPod case, but funny enough, this case has not came off of my AirPods since I've got them. So I've been prone to just live with them. Everything works just fine. Your MagSafe charger works just fine. And you can feel that magnetic pull when it comes to these. And as you see, you're going to have a lip on the top and on the bottom. You're going to have all your necessary cutouts. And I just put this on MagSafe. I do not plug my AirPods in via cable. So they're it's just nice, stylish. You're going to get that nice Arc branding, as you can see right here. And if you're a person who uses the Arc Pulse, then pairing this with the Arc Pulse for your iPhone is going to be a match made in heaven because it's going to be such a clean, minimal combo. All right. So AirPod Pro 2s mixed with that Arc Pulse case for your AirPods. I actually did a standalone video for these. I'll make sure to link it down below. And anything that I did a standalone video for, I will link it down below because some of these products I talked about separately. But yeah, love this combo right here. But most importantly, your boy got to have his AirPods. Now, of course, we gotta have some type of power. Now, no, my iPhone 16 Pro Max battery isn't like the worst battery. I'm always gonna be around a charger and different things like that. But the MagSafe battery right now, and I have a drawer full of MagSafe batteries, but the number one that always is with me, whether it's in my work bag, whether it's in my car, whether it's in whatever sling bag that I might be taking out with me, is gonna be the Anchor 10,000 milliamp hour MagSafe battery pack. And the reason why I love this because it's 10,000 milliamp hours, but it's as slim as a 5,000 milliamp. You know, back in the day when we got 10,000 milliamp hours, those bad boys were some thick battery packs. But to see Anchor put this in a 10,000 milliamp hour with this slim size and the heat management is actually very good. And it is Qi 2 compatible. I absolutely love this battery pack because it's not that big. It slides in your pocket, pops on your phone, begins charging, especially if you have a MagSafe compatible case. And I absolutely love it. If you want to get a little bit more, use out of this, because if I'm at work, don't necessarily need this because I have a battery charger. I have a plug in there with the Type-C cable so I can get real speed charges. But if I'm out and about and I have this setup, my next product is what I use. Is I love this little thing. This is actually on my keychain, but I popped it off to do this video. It's going to be the Nomad charge key. And this is going to be their version 2, which is compatible up to 240 watts. All right. So you can use something that has a lot of power. And guess what? This little braided metal, very nice quality Type-C design absolutely works perfect if you're going for a situation where I want to do this and I want to actually plug in my phone, because say, hey, I need fast juice. I don't have time to sit here and worry about it charging via MagSafe, taking a little bit too damn long. I can pop it in with this little charge key and it's going to get the job done. So of course, when it comes to the phone, we got that. This is going to be the Anchor 10,000 milliamp hours. And when I plug it in hardwired, you're going to be charging at 30 watts. No, it's nothing that we see out there when it comes to a lot of these brands with the super fast charging. But guess what? 30 watts is going to get it done plenty of time, majority of time when I need to boost up my phone. So love this Anchor battery pack, and this little Nomad charge key is absolutely perfect. This is the second version of this. Very small, out of the way, pop this on your keychain. And if you need to be able to plug something in via wire, whether it's a battery pack or whatever it may be, you can get it done. USB 3.1, I just love these because they're so small, and it actually comes together with a nice little magnet, keeps this package very small and minimal. Now, let's go ahead and move over. Well, let's do a two-in-one. Let's go ahead and move over to the wallet at first. Let's go ahead and put this over to the side. We'll talk about that here in a minute, but you already know the wallet that I use on my channel. This is my go-to wallet, all right? Not sponsored by these guys, man. I used to have contacts at Ridge, but over the years, I don't know what happened. They just lost it. And I guess I'm not MKBHD or Linus Tech Tips in that fact, but I use the Linus Tech Tips Ridge wallet. Now, normally I go to Ridge wallet to see what kind of new designs they have because I just love when it comes to their wallet because there's such a conversation piece. Before this one, I was using the MKBHD matte black everything, but I said, you know what? Let's upgrade it. When I saw this Linus Tech Tips collaboration, I said, yo, I got to grab this and get this right here. And this actually houses all my cards. Now, I'm not going to pull this out because these are actually my personal cards in here, but I like it, man. When it comes to a Ridge wallet, simple. Let me go ahead and get it up close on that Linus Tech Tips. That's just a dope design. And I've already started so many conversations when I pulled this out my pocket and like, hey, what kind of wallet is that? That's going to be the Nomad. We're going to talk about Nomad. That's why I'm saying Nomad, man. But this is going to be the Ridge Linus Tech Tips wallet, just like this, super minimal, slides in your front pocket. If you're a person who you don't want to use that big old fat dead wallet, look, we don't rock these in 2025. Get rid of them. This is going to be a perfect replacement when it comes to that. So Ridge wallet, of course, on the back is going to come with either the money clip or the money strap. And let me go ahead and grab me a couple little ducats right here, all right? And I don't really keep a lot of cash on me, but when you do, you can just slide it in here, and then you have your little money clip. It bulks it up a little bit, but hey, if you don't really carry cash a lot, like myself, I don't necessarily carry a lot of cash, you can with this little money slot back here. So Ridge wallet with the Linus Tech Tip collaboration. Let's get that money out there because it does feel a little awkward with that many bills in it. But putting that to the side, the next thing that we have to talk about is a product that I slapped in my wallet. Nomad actually sent this out to me. I charged it up, paired it to my phone, slapped it in my wallet, and this is going to be the Nomad tracking card. Now, the thing about this, I have not did a dedicated video about this. I do want to talk about this because I really like this thing. This is something that you slap in your wallet and you kind of just forget because this does have the Find My capabilities. Now, I'm not going to go get a Ridge wallet with the AirTag kind of doohickey on it. No, I don't want to do that. I can actually just slide this inside of my wallet, as you can see here. Boom. And now, if I lose my wallet, I will be able to track it. Now, let me go ahead and put it up. Let me go ahead and go to Find My. And this is something just like any other thing. You can actually ring it. Now, I'm not going to show you my location because, of course, weirdos. And I dare you to come to my address, okay? But you can play a sound. There it is. If you can see it, I might have just, yeah, all right. I had to make that out. But it does play a sound right here if you need to play a sound to let you know what is going on. And also, right here, this thing charges via MagSafe. So I know you're like, T, how in the world does this thing right here charge via MagSafe? So basically what you do is you sit it right here on a MagSafe charger, and you're going to see that little red light pop up there to let you know that it's charging. Now, these things, I think they say can last up to 5-6 months or something like that. I know I've had mine for a few months, have not seen the low battery sign. And yeah, I love that you can feel that magnet and it basically magnetizes to the MagSafe charging. And that's the way you charge this Nomad card. So if you want to use some type of Find My technology when it comes to your phone, this is going to be a nice little device, especially when it comes to your wallet, and be able to find your wallet in the event that you do come up missing. This Nomad card is going to be good. It's about the size of a credit card, maybe a little bit thicker, but it just feels good. You have a little pair button right here when you first get it to pair it up. You can see it in your actual app, and it has those Find My capabilities. So this basically just stays in the back of my wallet at all times. Haven't had the need to use it, but you never know. In the case of the event that you lose your wallet, you got your Nomad tracking card. And last but not least, we got to go ahead and keep a knife on me, all right? And this is one you've seen in the previous video, but this is the one that I've been carrying on me. This is going to be the Civivi Vision, all right? The FG with the reverse Tonto blade with the Damascus. I absolutely love this. Now, I'm going to tell y'all what, I'm not a knife person, man. Shout out to my guy, Marine X, who has got me into knives, but I'm not really a big knife person, but I like to have one on me. When you got a son, when you go to Walmart and Target and you spoil and you have to open up toys, guess what? Having a knife is very important. So Civivi, this I think runs about $100, but I just love the design. You got that clip so you can kind of deep conceal it into your jeans. But I just love it when it comes to this. I just love it. All right, reverse Tonto blade Damascus. I need to sharpen this thing, man, because it's not sharp. This thing has opened up tons of Hot Wheels and different things like that. But always gotta keep a nice blade on you. Civivi Vision FG. I think with the reverse Tonto blade with the Damascus. I think this is just one slick looking knife. And it's always cool when I pull this out. People always ask me, what kind of knife that is and what does that involve. So like this thing right here, get it on Amazon. Civivi, thing about them, man, you're not really going to break the bank and you're getting a pretty nice quality knife. So that's going to be it when it comes to my everyday carry. Once again, these are practical things that I actually use. I'm not making it up. Every one of these products is in my pocket when I leave up out the door. But just like I stated earlier, man, everything that I talked about will be linked down below. And if I did a dedicated video on it, also it will be linked down below. But if you want to see some of the best, I guess, my favorite charging accessories and how I use charging accessories in my everyday life, I just did a video about that last week, man. Go ahead and check out some real dope products in there. I'll be sure to leave that video right here.